Another one of these questions for atheist videos. This one seems to be particularly close-minded, particularly sheltered in its framing. Anyway, first question, do you celebrate Christmas or Easter? No. And back before I was an atheist, when I was a Jew, I didn't celebrate Christmas or Easter either. Celebrated Hanukkah and Passover, respectively. Do you exchange gifts during Christmas time? Yeah, we do. Why? Well, even when I was a practicing Jew, gift-giving was common during Hanukkah, but that's a specifically American, I'm not sure if Canadian Jews do it too, but it's specifically Western thing to do. It's not something done in other parts of the world. Why? Well, because all of the Jewish kids were jealous of the Christian kids getting presents in the middle of winter when there's really nothing else to do. So the parents gave in and started giving gifts during Hanukkah. So do we still exchange gifts now? We really didn't this year, but we have in the past. And why? Because it's the middle of winter, and you're surrounded by your friends and family. Why not exchange presents? I mean, really, do you need a good excuse to do that? It's pretty much always a good idea. Christmas tree decorations. Back in my youth, we used to decorate the house with blue and white lights. Those are the colors of the Israeli flag. And we did throw up a tree and decorated it with blue and white lights and little like Stars of David and stuff, and called it the Hanukkah bush. That was really specific to our family. It was a little funny thing, just because my mom liked the way it looked, so we did it. But now, no tree in my house. I don't throw any lights up. No. Next, you had a couple of questions, but basically it's addressing the separation of church and state. Right? Why do I think it's a good idea? Even back when I was fairly religious, I thought that the separation of church and state was a good idea. Why? Well, because I was a Jew. It's a minority religion, and it's unfair for the government to have prayer to a specific god, or to mention a specific god on money or on buildings, or because it's unfair to the other minority religions in the country. Period. If you can't be fair, if you can't mention everybody's religion equally in order to be fair to everybody, then guess what? The only fair thing to do is to not mention any of them, right? Because otherwise you're showing bias to one religion or one family of religions. Basically, American culture has been, over the years, okay with showing particular bias to Christianity. And I'm saying that that is fundamentally against the Second Amendment, that the separation of church and state is about fairness and treating all religions equally. And the only way to do that without having a bit of a cluster of all these different statues and mentions to all these different gods or mentions to all these different traditions of different religions is to not mention any of them. It's just about being fair. Pray. Do I pray? No. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find an atheist who prays. Hell, I didn't even pray that much when I was a practicing Jew. It's just one of those things that seems kind of selfish. I mean, if the Judeo-Christian God's supposed to be this benevolent, loving thing, why would you even bother praying? Because just as long as you're a good person, things are going to work out anyway, right? So praying's kind of like begging for a favor. It's asking God to act unfairly on your behalf. Would he do that? No. That's stupid. Praying's a bad idea if you're a believing Christian, because you're asking God to intervene on your behalf because you're a better person than somebody else, but that's not humility. That's arrogance, right? You're wanting God to show you favoritism. It's a waste of time.